Before the U.S. flies hundreds of thousands of detainees out of the country, it flies many of them to other states. Immigration and Customs Enforcement says the cross-country flights are done at least in part to open up bed space.
But a multi-state PEGNA investigation has found the movements often defy common sense. Here's investigative reporter Chris Vanderveen with an example.
Across the U.S., the shuffles happen constantly and sometimes inexplicably. Cuban man arrested in South Florida, June 2025. Miami, Denver, Florence, Denver, Florence, Denver, Florence, Denver, Florence. Venezuelan man arrested in Tampa, December 2025. Miami, El Paso, Mesa, Denver, Mesa. Again, ICE won't comment on its routes, on its movements, citing operational security.
Now, this is all part of a documentary that's making its debut on our streaming channel now.
And we want to bring one of the producers of the project, Chris Vanderveen, who is with our sister station KUSA in Denver. Chris, it sounds like you intentionally did not want this to be about deportations.
Good morning, Portland. Yeah, this is not intended to be in any sort of investigation of what's going on with deportation around the country. Lots of people have already come to their own conclusions about what's going on with sending people out of the country, whether they think that's good or bad. This will not change anyone's mind on that. But what we really wanted to focus on was something that's not talked about a whole lot. Why is ICE sending people not out of the country oftentimes, but sending them to other states? And oftentimes when they send them to other states, they'll bounce them. They'll shuffle them from one state to another, and sometimes they'll stay detained for a number of months. There's a lot of reasons for what's going on here, but certainly this is a system that we believe deserves a lot more scrutiny.
So, Chris, why is ICE doing this, and how much is it costing taxpayers?
Well, ICE will say they're doing this to sort of free up bed space, and that clearly is one of those reasons, as you said at the beginning, but there's other reasons that are going on here, and there's a growing number of attorneys around the country who are saying that ICE is doing this intentionally to move people hundreds, if not thousands of miles away from their families, and perhaps more importantly, from their legal representation. We're also seeing a number of federal judges that are growing increasingly concerned that what the federal government is doing could run afoul of the Constitution. You also brought up cost. Let's talk about one plane, 1 hour. A few years ago, ICE estimated in front of Congress that 1 hour could cost upwards of $17,000. We tracked one plane on one day that flew for 7 hours. That was one of 65 planes that flew that day. So it's a lot of math there, but this is a very expensive undertaking by ICE right now.
Chris Vanderveen from KUSA, our sister station in Denver. Thank you for joining us this morning, Chris. And check out the full documentary ICE Air Inside America's Secret Deportation Network on demand on our free KGW TV streaming app.